everybody, welcome back to JR Budgets, and welcome to week 3 of January's cash stuffing. I hope everyone is having a great week and had a great week. I've had a really busy one at work, and I got the travel vaccines during the week, so I was feeling a little bit sorry for myself, but it is done now, thankfully. So yeah, let's get cracking. So this week I am cash stuffing €5 in coin as always, and then I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 220, 240, 290. So I've got €290 this week to cash stuff, and I also have €10 left over from last week, which is amazing because I didn't actually spend that much, which was nice. So I also said in one of my previous videos, maybe it was like 1 or 2 videos ago, that I was planning on upgrading some of the binders. So I'll show you what I did along the way. So starting in my sinking funds binder, I made a dashboard that is for the sinking funds. So now they're very rudimentary, so they do me for what I want. And then I made some new envelopes as well, so which I will show you along the way and what I've put into them. So that is them. So yeah, let's get cracking with the cash stuffing. So technology this week is going to get 5. So 5, 10, 15 and 50 already in the bank. So that now has 65 quid in technology. Eating out is getting 5. So 50 already in the bank. 5, 10, 15 and 20. So 85, which is correct. So how's everyone's week been? Been pretty cold in Ireland and pretty wet as well, and kind of like dark. Enjoy that, like dark and dull and dreary January. So I can't wait for the summer to kick in. So roll on summer. Anyway, health. So I took out 50 quid the end of last year for the travel vaccine consultation, and then I added it back in because my insurance paid back out to me. So I added that back in. This week is going to get a fiver. So 50, 175. And what I actually need to do now is actually take out the 25 for the travel vaccines again. And I think I'm getting some of that back, so I will add it back in when I get it back. So 25, so now it has back to 150. So I'll leave that at the back there so I don't spend it. I can go back to the bank. So 150, and all of that is in the bank. So yeah, I got them on Thursday, and I had to get 3, so 2 into one arm and 1 into the other arm, and they were actually fine getting them. But the next day I had like a dead arm. You know, it's like someone punched you and you're like just like weird like muscle pain. Anyway, I digress. Cats this week's gonna get a 5, so I'll have 75 now. So 50, 55, 60, 65 and 75. So that is cats, so it's 75, which is correct. Clothing is sticking with 250, nothing else happening with that one. Home, which was consolidated last week from appliances, is going to get a 5. So that now has 50, 100 in the bank. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 35 and 55. Sorry, that is correct. So that one has 155 in home. So that I said is home and like appliances or anything I need for the house, basically, if I need to get anything. Books has 30. So this got the 10 that was in saving for a treat, and I didn't colour in these yet, but it has 30 and it's not getting anything in there yet. Birthdays is going to get a tenner. And this is going to end up being gifts, and it's also going to end up being reallocated to a different binder, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. But for now it has 5, 25, 35, 5, 10, 5, 15, 25, 45, 145. We got there in the end, didn't we? So this is the binder that I have made. So I've ordered one of the well, I haven't ordered it yet, but I want to order one of the the PU kind of like this style leather binders. So it is just happy birthday, and then there's just like the sprinkles envelope that I've made. So I will stuff that very soon. Haircut then, as always, is gonna get $5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 20 makes 45. So I'll probably get a haircut. So I don't know whether to just hold off now and get one just before India, or have one and then have another one before India. So I'll figure it out along the way. Figure it out, sure. Netflix is going to get a $5. This is also not just Netflix, it's subscriptions. So any subscriptions that I have. So coincidentally enough, I actually cancelled Netflix just after Christmas, because I wasn't using it. Well, I was, but I wasn't using it as much as I wanted to. So I've decided to cancel it, and I'm going to just swap that out for that, for the 5. So yeah, I've other ones instead that I'm going to use. Like I have Disney Plus, and I have like YouTube Premium, and I also got Now TV recently because I wanted to watch Euphoria. So I'm in like a contract for 6 months with that, which is like €7 a month. So Netflix was like 12, so technically saving money. So that one has, sorry, 200, which like 100 and something of that is going to go out in March for Disney Plus, and then 235. So let's see what's next. My house then is going to get its usual 25, and I might 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 40, 60, 81, 2, and 2,000, and it should have 2,200, which it does. Amazing. So that is that binder. So let me know what you think of those envelopes anyway, the new ones. I know they're kind of like a bit like random, but I think the binder looks a lot neater, and yeah, that's my new setup in that one for now anyway. So we will see what the crack is. So moving on anyway into my savings challenge binder. Oh yeah, this is another dashboard that I made. So I've decided that giving myself 50 quid was too much, because I was just trying to do as many rolls of Hoot Loot as possible. So I'm going to do €35. I think that's what I have planned. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one, maximum 2 rolls of Hoot Loot, depending on what the crack is. So again, my favorite weighted 4 that I always seem to get. So even is a tenner, so I'll add that in here, and then which gives me, I'll roll once more, and a 6. So that is going to be €20 going into Hoot Loot, which leaves me with 15 for spending, which is actually fine, because like I said, I had €10 left over, which I'll just add in, and I will figure out what I want to do with it. So 15 going into spending for the week, and they're doing like a refurbishment in our office in town, so we're actually going to be like working from home for a couple of weeks, so I won't even need that much travel money either. So yeah, fun times with that. So Hoot Loot has 50 in the bank, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 110 already. And that Hoot Loot is a budget with Ira challenge. Tenner Tuesday is going to get a tenner, as it always does, and it's not even Tuesday. But Tenner Tuesday is going to get 10. So that has 40 quid now. We have 10, 20, 30, and 40. And then Fiver Friday, which is next, is also going to get a $5. And we can cross off one of those as well. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, and that in Fiver Friday. And now I have to be pedantic and make sure this lines up to make it look nice. Okay, that looks like it's lining up to me. Pixel Perfect then is for travel. So I have 5 in coin, and then 15 in cash. And 1, we will roll again. 1, we will roll again. That's 2. What do I need? That's 8, which is 16. Oh wow, it was 6. So 4 and 2 is 6, so that's 12. I'm going into Pixel Perfect, so that gives me €8 for travel for the week, which again should be fine because I think I'm in the office twice. That's buses in and out. So let's add that into Pixel Perfect. And so €2 and €10 going in. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 14, 24, 34, 44, 64, 114 in Pixel Perfect. So now we do to the fun part and take out all the stickers, and we need to do, it was 6, wasn't it? Okay. And I will speed this part up. Cool. So 6 into Pixel Perfect. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was €12 that went in there. And we can put that back in here for next week. Grand job. So Pixel Perfect. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. And we will scratch this one here, which is the next on the list. So we have a star, and a star is worth a £5. So let's throw in a £5 in here into scratch offs. So we're going to take out 5 and put in 20, sorry, 10 even. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65 in scratch off, which is Aquarius, and that is going to be for my birthday, which is in February, because I am an Aquarius baby. So we've got 3 more of them left, which is amazing. Glow Up Your Savings is what we're working on from We Got the Studio. So we're on just one more chapter at the moment. And these are also some new envelopes that I put in. So we're on this one, just one more chapter, which needs €10 to finish, I think. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that is that challenge complete. I feel like I need a little bell to be like, ding, challenge complete. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. And that is, I'm just going to leave that ahead of it just so it doesn't dirty the new envelope. And then we are going to be moving on to, I think, nope, it's in here actually, sorry. The spice. Oh, spicy is going to be the next one that we work on. And then that will be basically that whole like series completed. And then we get to reallocate. So I'll put, and then there was a little mini with it as well, which I'll probably do as well. So I'll pop that in here. And then that's going to be the next one we work on. Oh, spicy. Caro Cash, I don't have a new one yet. I think she said on her YouTube recently that she was going to be back towards the end of January, and she'll release a freebie, which I will do. I love her challenges. And then Mushroom Hunt Fund then is from Cash Cushion Budgets, and that's the one we're working on at the moment. So I'm going to keep going this way, seeing as I started at this side as well for some reason. And we have a green, which is €5. So I can take 5, put that back in here for our next time, and then add that into here. Oh, there's a pixel coming off somewhere. Ugh. Hopefully that stays. So we have 5, 10, 20 and €40 in Mushroom Hunt Fund. It's one of those ones that just add up really, really quickly before you realise. So that is that binder done. Moving on to the travel binder then. So as always, we go into Passport to Success, which is one of my favourite challenges because it's got to do with travelling. And we are working on, so we've caught that done. We're on the baggage claim, and we're going to put in a £5 this week. Oh, every single time that happens. So adding a £5 into here, which now means this round has 5, 10, 20 and 40 in Passport to Success. And that is it done for another week on that one. travel fund, and my red marker is downstairs, but I'm going to add in a tenner. And that has 50 in the bank already, 10, 20, 30, and another 50. So that has €100. And that's like for any like future travel plans that I have. Accommodation has a tenner, so I want to kind of finish the travel before I move on to accommodation. India, I took out €100 here during the week for the travel vaccines and the 25. So it was 100 and it was like 130 or something like that, but I'll get some of that back. So when I do get it back, I'll add it back in here. And then for this week, it's getting 50. So India has for now 1,200, 350, 400. So 1,400. And I do need to start booking a couple of more hotels for India. So I will be taking money out of that when I can. London has nothing because I booked a little trip to London for myself. So London had 115, and I think I spent 100 and what did I spend on flights? Like €30. It was 100. I think it was 120. And London actually had like maybe like 116 or 17 with money in the interest, and then the rest came out of the buffer. And then passport savings challenge, saving for is gonna get, and oh, my green is here this week. It's a different green, but let's just color it in. I love how like basically last week I was like, oh, my pen is downstairs, and a week later my pen is still downstairs. But this is nice. This green is also quite nice for a passport book. So it's going to get a £5 this week. So that one now has 15 quid in the passport challenge. And that's saving for a passport card, which is like an ID card, so you can travel around Europe on and to the UK, but you don't need to have your main passport, which is super, super handy because I'm a terror for losing things. And I do want to get another binder as well for like annual challenges. So this one is going to be for Mother's Day. This is going to be for Easter. It's going to be for Father's Day. And then for like any like Secret Santa presents that we usually do Secret Santa at work. So I'm going to start this off and put in a tenner into Mother's Day and leave it at that for now. And then, sorry, is part of that. On to Christmas then. And I still didn't reprint the counter, like the dashboard thing to tracker, because again, I just forgot. So I am going to the back of India, or back of India, what am I on about? Back of Christmas, and I'm going to add in €20 this week. So India, why do I keep saying India? Christmas, not India, has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 116 Christmas. So that leaves me with 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 to play with. So I'm going to go into the birthday binder and I am going to start some of these off. So the first one is my niece, which is in February. So I'm going to put in €20 and I will reallocate more to that from the actual envelope that I have there. But for now, it's going to get 20. And I need to get labels and everything, which I'll get that done soon. So then I have €20 left to allocate, which is going to go into the box, but I'm just going to swap it out with that 20 that I took out of the health for the vaccines, because I put it on my card, so it's just easier to put in a 20. And that's gone in. And let's go, because I want to make it look like I've got more done. 5, 10, and 20. So there we have it, another cash stuffing video. I hope everyone has a great week. I'll be back tomorrow for a mini Monday. And yeah, have a great week, and I will chat to everybody soon. Bye.